Now then, we're at day 93. Is this 93? I feel it's 93. Not 100% certain. I was going to record this video while I was at work earlier, but I didn't because I've had one of those days where I've done a lot, but also I have no idea what I've actually done, which has been interesting. In fact, I can tell you one of the things that I did do, which is somewhat relevant to these videos. In fact, I will do that before I mess with the 3D printer and get those things off. Right, okay, so today I was recording a podcast, almost like an interview, but it was a conversational podcast, and it was scripted. So this is new to me. I've not done that before. Some of the words as part of that were challenging, to say the least. Now, when I record videos, generally, I write them for me rather than reading a script that's meant for somebody else as part of a demonstration. So there were a number of terms that aren't difficult words, but my days, when you're trying to read a script and do it in a natural, conversational way between two people that's supposed to be conversational, it's quite difficult to get some words out in a manner where it doesn't sound like you're reading the script, and that posed so many problems. I can now empathise perhaps more with actors and such when they're fluffing the lines constantly and you just can't get a word out. It's very frustrating and embarrassing as well. And then we were doing an additional segment where, again, I ended up having to record some visuals to go along with the audio aspect as an introduction to the thing I was working on. And well, that was an interesting one because, again, I was reading a script that was written for somebody else and talking about research methodologies, which isn't something that I'm overly excited about. So it came across as very dry. So we'll have to see what we can do with that. But oh my, just going from one style to the next style, I'm getting a sore throat. Really, I really struggled with that. Being in front of the camera, recording the audio, not a problem. I just needed something to work with for some editing, but it was an interesting afternoon nonetheless to try and get those different aspects of understanding around not just the creation side of something when you're recording somebody else, but also the difficulties that they can go through as talent in content production. So being able to empathise there, I think, is going to make me better going forward. So that was a useful journey in the afternoon. But other than that, it's just been, the days like literally just vanished. I didn't sleep particularly well last night, so at this point, whatever time it is now, like 6:30, I am just totally flagging. I really did want to get this out of the way earlier so that I could just smash it out, but nothing really interesting happened. I thought, I could do it this morning. I had no real insight into anything I was doing or thinking to share, and I thought that's something I'll pop up during the day. And this is the only thing I can really think about to talk about, which is, again, a little bit disappointing. And yeah, that's where I'm at today. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to call this one done. That's one thing I was going to say. So one of the, is it a drawback? I don't think it is a drawback. One of the hardest, one of the most challenging aspects of doing this daily, and it may not seem like it, but something that my wife just said has really kind of hit home, even though it was nothing to do with this. And it was like, one of the hardest things in being married is asking the other person what they want for tea every day for the rest of their life. And one of the hardest things about this has been coming up with what I think, and I know not what everybody might think, is sometimes a witty title. for these videos, and sometimes it's only witty if you're inside my head, because I'll be sat there and like, whatever it's called, lol, to myself, and it's very much an in-joke, and it may be even an in-joke to myself that nobody else is going to get, and I'm super chuffed to myself. So I think from day 100, because I am going to carry on, keep doing these, I think I'm going to mix it up for the next third of the year. I'm just going to have the titles of the videos just as days and take away that added stress and think more about just recording my thoughts daily. And obviously carry on messing about with the cameras and learning all that, but I'm going to try it and just transition a little bit more into my thoughts, feelings, opinions on things, and see where that goes, and see if I enjoy that as much. And I think it takes a little bit of that stress, because every day I'm not doing stuff with cameras and editing every day. Tangentially I might be, but it's not constant, despite what my job is, so there's other facets to it. So I think having other aspects that I'm stating that I'm going to talk about gives me a little bit more authenticity to be able to be myself, rather than just having to think about something about cameras or photography that I may not have learned as fully at that point that I want to converse about. So yeah, that's where I'm going to go, and I might do another introduction video around the same time. So yeah, that's where I am. Right, I'm going to leave it for there today because my throat is going, and I need to sort 3D printer out and go and spend some time with Lolan. Right, until tomorrow, I will catch you later. See ya.